great 15-2 matchup. But, you know, any team that makes it to this national tournament playoff is going to be willing and able to put everything on the line. The biggest question mark always comes in at this time of year, and Eastern Oregon had this, is you get injuries later in the season. You're having to change up your lineups. How are you going to do your matchups? How are you going to play? How many minutes can you get out of someone? And I think that's always your biggest question mark later in a season.
You know, one of the things you take a look at this, and of course Angie coming in here, who has been a veteran coach from Eastern Oregon, Cascade Collegiate Conference over there. They got a competitive conference. She talks in her interview, and we're going to catch that in just a minute, but she was talking about how Frontier Conference is so tough. You know, she says when we match up with teams against the Frontier Conference, you got the University of Providence, Carroll, Tech, you know, all of them. Western, of course, obviously, who won the national tournament a few years ago. She says we compete, but it's nothing like you guys. You guys beat up on each other 3 times throughout the season, and they're very good competition games.
Well, we saw that last weekend with the conference tournament. It was fantastic basketball from opening to end, and a fight everywhere down the line. Lady Argos ending up coming up with that conference championship. But as you said, they had to earn it each and every week. But that builds a program and gets them to the point where they're hoping.
Here we go. We've kicked it off. We've been talking about this for a long time. And the NAIA first and second round are happening. Eastern Oregon's here and ready to play. Angie, congratulations for making it to here.
Thank you. We appreciate it. We're just excited to be here.
You have been around this game for a long time. Obviously, you've coached for 24 years, AD for 8 or 9 years and stuff. What is the longevity? I mean, why do you love this sport so much?
You know, you get to continue your childhood dream. You get to be around the young adults, and it keeps you young, I think, and it's something new every day. It's just you get to be around your passion and your love that you fell in love with the sport when you were a child. So, I mean, it's unbelievable, and I feel very blessed and lucky that I get to be a basketball coach as well as the AD and just continue to live out what I enjoy.
You guys have had a very good year, obviously, and stuff. Let's highlight your team a little bit. Tell us about your team.
You know, we're led by 3 all-conference players. They've got a lot of experience, a lot of games under their belt. You know, we got a shooter in that mix, we got a rebounder in that mix, and we've got, you know, just our glue player. So we're built around experience, and then, you know, we've got people that will step up at different times. We try to just play our game, our style each game, and get better at what we do. Yeah, I think our experience helps us in those close games, and we've played a lot of close games this year, so hopefully that helps us down this last stretch. But just great kids, blue collar. They work their tails off each and every day.
You're familiar with the Frontier Conference. Obviously, you've played a couple of teams that we play at the University of Providence. Talk about that in your matchup with the University of Providence, with you and Bill, of course, knowing each other very well.
Yeah, you know, the Frontier Conference, I'm not telling you anything you don't know. They're one of the toughest conferences in the nation. You know, and it's not just on paper, it's reality. You guys have not a lot of teams, but your teams are extremely quality, well coached throughout the conference, play a physical style out here in Montana. And so, you know, playing Montana Western early, Tech early, Northern early. Haven't seen Providence for several years, but just playing different teams. I think we're well aware of the style you guys play. You know, you got to go and you got to match up on game day, that's for sure. But the Frontier Conference is tough. You know, I mentioned those teams that we got to play, and I didn't mention Carroll. You know, Carroll leads the pack. And Providence is right there with them. So we know we have a tough matchup. We know what we're in for, but hopefully we'll be prepared. And I give the Frontier Conference all the credit in the world. They've had longevity of success in all their teams. So
yeah, you come from a pretty good conference in its own right, though. I will say that. Let's talk about the keys to victory. What do you see you have to do to win this contest?
You know, I think one of the important things is we've got to control the boards. That's one of the things that we've been able to do all year, and we're going to have to win the battle on the boards. We're going to have to control tempo, and then they've got some outstanding players. They've got all their players, I think 3 out of the 5 on the starting lineup average double figures or in double figures, but they are led by an All-American point guard and a true All-American point guard that can score, but she also makes everyone else better. So we have to go in and try to contain her. How we do that, I don't know. We're still trying to figure that out. But we've got to control the tempo. We've got to dominate on the boards. And then we just got to take care of the ball.
Yeah. Congratulations on being here. Good luck today, and we wish you the best of luck.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Angie is here. She's brought her team to play, and we're going to kick it off here in just a little bit. It's EOU, that's right, Eastern Oregon's here, and they're going to take on the University of Providence, 2 of the top teams in the nation, and we get it going here in just a little bit, right here on the University of Providence Argo Sports Network.
We are starting to do the lineups. It won't be long before we get it tipped off. And, Chris, the big thing is, as she talks about, is tempo. And you got to keep one of the probably should have been the player of the year, in my opinion, with Ashley Maldonado. But she says she's got to keep her in check. Easier said than done.
It is easier said than done. She had 28 points in the Frontier Conference tournament, averages 18 points a game. That is a tough person to keep in check, but you have to know your threats from an opposing team as you're prepping for them, but we've got a number of weapons that come from you from the inside and the outside. So, you keep Maldonado in check, but you got other things you got to consider.
When I talked to Angie about her starting lineup, she said, "I've got 5 or 6 players that I have, and after that, we're not quite as deep as the Providence is. So we'll see how it is."
Yeah.
We're going to have a chance and hear what Coach Bill had to talk about, and he was just talking about his team. And as always, he's trying to get his team up and running and stay very positive in what they do.
We've made it to the other side of the floor for this first game of the NAIA, and Coach Bill's here. And Coach, obviously Eastern Oregon is a team that you know well. They have played some of our teams in the Frontier Conference. What do you know that you have to do to get the victory here today?
We're going to have to defend the post. They do a great job at feeding the ball into the post. They handle pressure really well. So we're going to have to be able to defend the post. We got to make sure we take care of the basketball and execute our offense, rebound and make shots. The things our girls have been doing all year. It's really about us. It's not so much about Eastern Oregon as it is about what we do with ourselves.
I was talking to the head coach for Eastern Oregon, Angie, and she was talking about she doesn't really sub a lot. Do you put that in the back of your mind, saying, let's push it, and see if we can tire them down?
No, not really. I mean, again, we worry about us. I mean, we like to push the basketball and go, so we're going to go anyways. We'll play 9-10 deep, so that's just our normal thing. She has 5 really good players, and her best players are tough, so I can see why they would do that. And we've been in that boat before, too, where, we're not as deep. So, but that just gives them more time to make more baskets and more chemistry and kind of makes them dangerous.
Let's talk about the team a little bit. You've had some injuries throughout the season. Back in the Frontier Conference tournament in that championship game, everybody was on the bench, and they could play if you needed them to. How are they doing right now?
Yeah, everybody's healthy and can play. I think everybody's feeling the best they felt in a long time, so feel really good about that, really good about where everybody's at. So we're going to have everybody available for these games, and we're excited to see what happens.
The matchup inside with Kiana is going to be good. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, Kiana's a problem for everybody. Eastern Oregon's going to be no different. They have some athletic kids, but they're a little bit smaller than us, so definitely be an advantage for us in the post.
Mm-hmm. I would be remiss if we didn't talk about Ashley, obviously. What a great tournament she had a couple weeks ago, and just an outstanding player for you. Her role is very, very important for this entire tournament, not only just this game, but continuing on if that was to happen. She's just a big player for you, isn't she?
Yeah, no question about it. She's a special player, probably one of the best in the country, if not the best point guard in the country. So she'll come out and she'll show up to play. We just need to make sure that we get the ball in her hands and let her do what she does, and she'll make good decisions for us.
All right, my friend, good luck, and hopefully we're talking to you at the end of this.
All right, sounds great. Thanks, Sarge.
Head coach is here, Mr. Bill Himmelberg, and of course, outstanding year. 5 wins in a row. He's going for number 6 coming up in just a little bit. We'll see who wins the first go-around coming up in a moment right here in the University of Providence Argo Sports Network.
it was interesting to see that all take place. And so it's exciting to have it happen, and we're looking forward to get it underway here for this one. As we get the starting lineup going, Chris, it's a great matchup, isn't it? I mean, you take a look at the size on this. University of Providence is just big, and they're quick. When you got Kiana Saladea in there as a real true freshman of the year, she just really takes care of business in there, doesn't she?
She really does. I was just impressed with her, watching her throughout the season, and then even towards the end. She's got more intelligent in the post. She's learned to take up more space, get herself wide on that post maneuver, keep that ball high, and put it up. She's getting fewer and fewer turnovers every week, managing the ball and finishing her shots, and then when getting to the free throw line, making those as well.
Eastern Oregon on the other side, as we talked about, they will play 5 strong, maybe 6. Doesn't really go deep in her bench, and obviously we at the University of Providence that have that same type of setup from time to time. The big thing is they are in shape. Angie says we run, we play a lot, and we'll get up and down the court. We'd like to get the ball inside and get some fouls drawn against Kiana. Can they do that? I guess that's the key. And again, her comment was, how do you keep Maldonado in check?
Well, that's it exactly. Well, you keep Maldonado in check by forcing them to pass the ball, denying her the ball. So I'm really curious to see what defense they set up with as they start the game here. But like I said, multiple threats. You keep her in check. That's going to open the inside game, which is going to give Salavea a cakewalk.
I know you and I, you coached, was a head coach for many years. You have announced, of course. I've officiated. I've announced. I have assistant coach. Isn't this exciting? You look across there and you see a big crowd on hand.
Yeah, this is fantastic. A great atmosphere, especially it's a beautiful Friday afternoon here in Great Falls. And you love the fact that people are going to come in out of that early spring sunshine and watch a great basketball game.
It is going to be exciting. Settle back. We are ready to bring it to you. I'm Jim Sargent. This is Chris Kelly, and we are going to have fun with you for this first of 2 in our doubleheader as we bring it to you. And I'm looking forward to this. We've had a lot of prep. We've had a lot of different exciting things we've done throughout the community, and we are ready to go. The official whistle has sounded, and we are up and running. As we go with it, it will be the Argos to get the basketball, to get the thing started. They are on a 5-game winning streak, and they won the Frontier Conference in pretty good fashion. And when you say you got to keep Maldonado in check, that's not a good way to get started.
It has given her a wide open deep two, and she'll sink that.
Stops and pops it, and they take the early lead here. Here comes Eastern Washington on the offense first to get it started as they bring it around on this right-hand side. Now they go inside to their main person that they like to get it to, and that is Holacek, of course. And she's got it. Then spin move. Nice little spin move there, in and out. Offensive rebounds are key for Eastern Oregon, I think. And right there, Kiana just took care of the defensive side.
That was it. Got an open shot inside the key, but didn't finish it. One and done.
Here comes Mo the other way. Her shot, Carter couldn't get it to go. Argos lead it by 2. Here's quarters. We got to remember that. We're playing quarters again. And I really like the quarters and the reset of the 5,000. They moved it to high school. I like that.
It has really been a benefit with high school. I watch a ton of high school games.
It's good to see that, and it really keeps the game moving here as Eastern Oregon is a little upset from the crowd over there. Blue night here at the University of Providence, and you see the student section decked out in their blue Argo gear. And the Eastern Oregon Eagles are the ones that are taking care of the basketball. Or excuse me, they're on the defensive end. They go inside to Kiana, powers it over the top, a little hard that time. And Maddie Dixon, who scored 1,000 points here in the last regular season game, got the rebound, and then she and Mo got off on the wrong page as Mo threw it over to the bench for Eastern Oregon, and whoops, went out of bounds.
That's it. Maddie Dixon, the lone senior for this young Argonaut squad, steps up and needs to be the floor leader.
Here comes Eastern Oregon back the other way as they come down and have not scored yet. Nice little up and under move there, and a little bit of nerves maybe.
Yeah, maybe. And Salavea left her feet as well on defense, and you can't do that at the post.
Yeah, no kidding. So up and over it goes. You know, someone that can handle the ball is Carter. I really like the way she handles it. And it's another turnover, and Coach Bill was worried about that. He had a bunch of turnovers in that Tech game. And there's a block hit from behind. And we get the option of looking at it on a replay, and there was some contact there on Maddie Dixon. She picks up the first one.
Yeah, she let the dribbler get ahead of her on the break. Not much you can do if you can't get in front and get a body to stop them, so you just do your best from behind. Almost always will result in a reaching foul as the first free throw is up and good.
First time at the free throw line as Eastern Oregon gets on the board, and they do it from that charity stripe. So they take the second one. That ties it up at 2, tied for the first time tonight. Coach, I had a yard sale, and everything just kind of fell apart over here. So they were playing the music and got all lopsided on me. Kiana inside, hook, spin move, glass. That's a big-time move for a freshman.
And patience, and that's a big deal. She didn't have it on her first move. She tried it with her second.
First three on the way is up and good. Long distance three outside.
Yeah, Brennan shoots almost 40% from the three-point line, so they got to watch that.
She does make that one out there. Nice shot from her, and now they come down the other way in a steal. The Mounties take the lead for the first time. They lead at 5-4 in our first quarter. Both teams have had very good seasons, of course. And when you get plus 20 on the win column, you pretty much get at least a nod or a look to go to that national tournament, especially now that they spread it out. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Spin move and block from Maddie Dixon. She'll get it over to Colby Pemberton, unsung hero, by the way. Colby is just one of those players. Remember Kurt Rambis days way back when?
Yeah,
she just reminds me of him.
I can see that,
Yeah. Just always doing things, not really getting a lot of recognition, but just always getting it done.
Well, we've got an interesting mismatch inside, and I see they just substituted in Talia, and that's a good idea. We had a real mismatch inside of the post.
So Lee will check in now. And she is on the floor at the 6:30 mark, about 6:35 mark here. And the Mounties lead it by 1, 5-4, as they bring it out here and working it around. Elliott kind of took a long look at it. Maddie Dixon was lucky not to get a call there.
Yeah, great
there was some
ball
contact.
movement on that offensive series.
They did move it around very nice. And good ball movement there. And 7-4 now, 6:05 to go. Here comes Maldonado, the juke to the right, and tip away from behind. The steal will be credited underneath to Holacek. And then a double dribble, so they're going to give it right back to him.
As this got to be driving Coach Himmelberg nuts. That's 4 turnovers back-to-back. They're not even getting a look at the basket. They've got to slow that down.
And he was worried about that simply due to the fact that when you have a week and a half off or almost 2 weeks, you kind of get a little rusty. And he goes, we're not a quick starting team. He says, we're tough in the fourth. He says, but we got to get started early because Eastern Oregon can jump out on you. There's Maldonado. Cartwright was open in the middle, didn't quite get it to her. Look at that take. Good take to the glass from Pemberton, just couldn't get a good angle on it. And couldn't get that one to go. So here come the Mounties back the other way. Second three of the night, missed that time. And taken care of by the Argos, they'll take off the other way. And they have it. 3 at the top is good. Boy, Lee nailed that one, didn't she?
That was no hesitation.
Yeah.
She had her feet set for the pass to come in. Nice form on the shot. Nothing but the bottom of the net.
Drained it from outside and ties it up for the second time tonight. Tied at 7-7 and touched out of bounds. It will stay here with the Mounties from Eastern Oregon.
Great read by Elliott on that backdoor cut. Caught Lee sleeping a little bit on D.
They'll bring it on the inbound with 17 to go on the shot clock. Inbounds pass and shot partially blocked there and then rebounded as Maddie got a hand on it. Here come the Argos. They want to run with it. Coach said he likes to run with it. Cartwright looks like she should be a 400 runner. I'm just telling you. Here's Maldonado's first miss. She just looks like she's so in shape, those long legs, or a hurdler. Shot up, in and out. Neither team really shooting that well, and there's going to be a push-off.
Okay.
Yeah, and that might be against Dixon.
Wow.
If that's the case, that's going to be her second.
The audience is expressing their appreciation of that call.
They will call a timeout. It's a media timeout. We'll take a break with them right here as it is 7-7 on the University of Providence Argos Sports Network.
ArtistStreetBurgers.net to sign up or stop in and see them today. And don't forget, it's always free local delivery of food and beer. And when you get their Montana-sourced, made-with-love burgers, fries, and shakes, you're sure to have a happy belly.
Check it out.
Introducing the new and improved taste of Pepsi Zero Sugar. Now more delicious. Zero never tasted so good. Try it now.
So many flavors of dew. I am thirsty. I must get the dew.
Cut! He's hypnotized again!
Do the dew.
As we get back to action, it is exciting to say the least. Tied at 7-7. Game number 1 of our doubleheader coming your way. And it is going to be Reinhardt and Arizona Christian in the nightcap. And I've had a chance to kind of meet both of those coaches. And we got an interesting story as they bring it on inbounds. Nice inbounds pass. Boy, that was a wide open shot there.
Classic screen the screener play, given that wide open on the loop around the key.
As made by Signer under there. She gets 2. But the head coach for Reinhardt got in a car accident prior to their conference playoffs, which they had an undefeated season going, and then they lost a couple of games. As Salavea puts that one in, Kiana, nice pass. But we'll talk to him at halftime of our second game, so we're looking forward to that. So should be exciting. Let's see what's going on here as they toss it out of bounds. They say it went off, and, well, last touch by one of the Mounties. So it goes out of bounds there. Neither team really controlling the ball early here.
Well, that's it. You know, Argos opened up with the early bucket with the Maldonado long 2. Then we had one others. Then we went on a kind of a scoring drought until Lee finally put in that long 3-point shot.
So here come the Argos. We're tied for the third time here, as it will be the Mounties going back on the defensive side of the ball. Lob down inside to Kiana. Step through and a little more creative with her shot and she's got height over the defender. But the defender has kind of gotten in her head just a little bit. Instead of just powering it up, she's trying to go the opposite side of the rim and miss that shot. Head and shoulder fake, and drawing the foul there is going to be Ashley. And that's just a smart play from a junior as Holicek, just kind of leaped in.
That's it.
Remember the old days of the leap and leaner?
That's it. You do. You get the contact. That does 2 things. That gives you maybe the chance to go to the free throw line, but it gives you also separation on your shot, so you have more opportunity to get up a good shot.
Free throw line, they're perfect from there so far as they knock that one down. So Eastern Oregon, EOU is up by 2 now. 11-9 here, 3:31. Both coaches knew it'd be a tough game, back and forth. Of course, you lose and you're done. You win, you get to play tomorrow night at 5 o'clock, right back here against the winner of our next game. Kiana powers it in. That's what she does best.
Yeah, that's it. She was higher on the block that time, gave her room to move, didn't get so far under the basket.
Averages 12 points a contest, 10 rebounds per game, and right there she ties it up again. Lob pass inside as they get it down into Slater, and she loses it for a moment. Kiana's going to come up with the loose ball and says, Ashley, where are you? Let's go. Lee goes down the other way. And the defense, great job on their part, getting back and defending at the other end. Ramirez loses it, gets on the floor. It's a scrum. Arrow will favor Eastern Oregon here.
Yep. Another turnover without a shot at the basket. Can't do it.
I know one of the games, Coach Bill, and it might have been the Tech game, had 25 turnovers.
Oh, yeah.
And anything over 15, you just want to just scratch your head and scream. And they're well on their way now because they've had a few in this first half with 2:30 to go. Lob inside is good. Nice post move underneath as Signer puts that one down. And she's pretty tough. I like the way Kelsey plays in there. I was in here watching the University of Providence in their shoot-around, and they were really worried about that exact play right there. Nice take to the glass, hard foul, and Lee is going to go to the free throw line here.
Well, we talked about turnovers. I know Coach Weisenfluh in an earlier interview mentioned they felt that that's where their loss to Southern Oregon came in the semifinals, was their inability to control the ball and giving up too many turnovers.
That is so key, isn't it? And,
Yeah.
I mean, you want to take care of the mistakes, obviously, and you're going to have some. Nobody's perfect. But you got to limit those, don't you?
Yeah.
You got to make an attempt at the basket at least.
Well, that's it. It's a possibility of a 4-point turnaround, which a game that's as good to be as tight as this one, you can't give up those opportunities.
Yeah, and I really think watching both of these teams, all the hype and everything, Eastern Oregon got here on Wednesday, excuse me. They were here Wednesday. And you're away from home eating food in a restaurant. University of Providence is resting at home, but they're involved in all the hype, and you just kind of go, it's not just a regular game. It's a national tournament.
You don't sleep well in a hotel? I mean, that's hard to believe.
Look at that steal. Here comes Maldonado. Can she outrun the pack? Take to the glass. Partially blocked, but she got it to go. The roar of the crowd is pretty happy about that one. As up and in they go, quickly coming back the other way as they'll reset top of the key now. And a take to the glass, and Lee blocks it out of bounds. Oh, look at that shot. Holacek got checked as it went out of bounds. Great matchup between those two.
Well, that is. Holacek coming in. I mean, she's a senior. Lee coming in just as a freshman. Holacek, Defensive Player of the Year. I mean, Lee is doing an excellent job.
14-13. Argos up by 1 as we roll through the first quarter here. Appreciate the fact you join us. University of Providence ecstatic about having the host duties in this one. And I wanted to say that as you watch it unfold, that is one of the plays Coach Bill just put in the defensive side. He says they like to use that lob pass. They like to use the bump and run of that lob.
Yep.
He says at the top of the who's ever on that right wing, you got to cut down and bother the defense. And that time Ashley knocked it out of bounds.
Yeah, Maldonado saw it coming.
Oh, nice play. What a good play there. Up and in is Slater. Beverly just sits there, gets a nice lob, and puts that one in for 2. They're a pretty solid team, this Eastern Oregon team is. They're very athletic as you watch them out there, and you can tell they play a lot together because they knew that pass was coming without even looking. There's a steal. Nice job defensively as they come back the other way. Fahringer's going to go lob it left side. Up and in. Nice shot. Nice attack to the glass as they take that one coast to coast. And Pink, who used to play here at the University of Providence, Delaney gets the points and extends it 17-14 under a minute to go in this first quarter. Ramirez will get rid of it. Lee tries to split the defense. Bump and a block call. Does it count? That will be the question. I'm going to say probably not. We'll see. It did go in.
Hasn't signaled yet.
Yeah, he hasn't.
It.
The other two officials came together and said, kaboom, it's good.
I love it.
Boom, shakalaka, it's good. They had to talk about it. I thought maybe old Jim Croft down there was going to get a little chance at a review. We do have replay here at this national level. You know, and it's funny because remember in the old days when you play, they go, it's not the NBA, it's not a continuation. Well, it is.
It is.
It really is.
Well, especially when the defense was a little light, stepping over there, got into position. It was just too late and too much movement.
Yes, I agree. So, basket did count. So, it is Eastern Oregon up 1 now, and they have the basketball with 32 seconds to go with about 15-second difference on the shot clock, game clock, as they bounce it inside. Hook. They try to get it up. Shot is hard off glass, no good. Ramirez, I like the way she plays. She gets the rebound. She'll pick up the rebound on that one. Coach Bill says, let's go for 1 with 13 to go in the quarter. Maldonado has it. They'll set a pick for her. Man-to-man defense being applied. Maldonado has 5, goes into Kiana. Salavea up off the glass. Third or fourth time she shot it too hard. And desperation shot is going to be no good. They will head to the sidelines for the first time, and it's a good one. It is the Mounties leading by 1, 17-16, right here in the University of Providence Argos Sports Network.
Outdoor adventures. Mermaids. Music in the streets. Time to unwind. We've got that and more in Great Falls, Montana's best damn town.
Scrap metal for cash? Come visit us at Central Montana's leader in recycling, steel, etc. in Great Falls. Our center processes steel, stainless steel, aluminum, copper, brass, and lead. And we pay cash for scrap based on weight. We also accept batteries, electric motors, paper, cardboard, and more. And our roll-off containers are available for any scrap projects you have. We even buy and recycle junk cars. Trade your scrap for cash. Visit us at steeletc.com or call us at 761-4848.
I want to thank all of our sponsors, the stadium on board with us, and it's a great place to go after the game where they will have the official after party, and you're welcome to go there. And thank you to McDonald's, who always sponsors everything we're doing. Northwest Energy on board with us again this year, and so much I want to say thank you to Benefice as they're on with us as well as we get back to action. Argos have the basketball, and they'll power it to the glass. Kiana just does it again. She's strong for a freshman.
That was beautiful. That's exactly what she needs to do.
18-17. We swap leads with that one. Argos back in front. Second quarter action from the first round of the NAIA National Playoffs. We try to get down to the final 16, where then we head to Sioux City, Iowa. Whoever wins here will go on the Iowa trip. There's a head and shoulder fake. Take to the glass. Battling inside. 5 to go. They got to get a shot off. They do. Three-pointer outside. Drained from Elliott. Man, Macy just nailed that one. She's hit a few of those in her day.
Yeah, she has. You know, a little bit of a flat shot, but it just kisses over the front of the rim and drops.
2018. Mounties back in front now. Dixon, Maddie, long three off the right side is no good. Missed that one. And coming back the other way now. Here come the Mounties up by 2. Eastern Oregon has it on this right-hand side. And lost it. There's what Colby does. She just steals it. She's so good at what she does. Gets the steal, and they'll take off with it the other way. And they kind of take their time working around the perimeter here. Back out to Colby, who thought about the three, and steps back. And man-to-man defense, Argos are usually pretty good against that. They actually struggle a little bit against the zone. And I'll tell you one thing, Holacek has seen that they can tip the ball away from Ashley.
Behind the back pick, she's got great touch on it.
And that's where they'll come back the other way now. They're trying to wave them through. 20-18. Inside. Little head and shoulder fake. Dixon has it. They fight for it. They throw it, and out of bounds, it'll get it to the Argos.
That was a set play, an isolation play, one-on-one against the post, seeing what she could do against Salavea. Salavea won that matchup.
Yeah, stepped on the inline there, so they'll go back the other way. The Argos down by 2. Neither team really separation of any kind. I think we had a 4-point lead at one time. Otherwise, it's been pretty close back and forth in this one. And, of course, the winner of this will go on to play the winner of Reinhardt and Arizona Christian. Salavea hard to the glass. A funky little layup, but it goes in anyways.
I think she was surprised she was that open.
Yeah. She was waiting for some contact. It didn't happen. Carter really being a pest, and then they throw it away. They'll go the other way here. Good idea as Slater broke behind and tried to get that back door, but they just couldn't quite get the pass there. And so here come the Argos. We're tied again at 20. Back the other way, Maldonado with the basketball. She's got a couple of points. Down inside to Kiana. Glass, step through, rolls around. She got the shot. She's softening up that shot. She's feeling a lot more comfortable, isn't she?
Yeah, but I think she's looking over to coach. Needs a little bit of a breather.
Take up and in. Nice take to the glass there from Elliott. Kind of impressed the way this senior plays. She says she stands 5'7", and okay,
yeah,
I'll say that.
Yeah.
Who am I to judge? But 22. Boy, I'll tell you, we've been tied a few times here. Reach over and grab the stats as Carter fires from outside. Shot no good. Tipped away, and coming up with the ball coming the other way is Brennan. Long three for her, and 22-footer went 21 feet and went out of bounds.
She made that first one, but now she's had 2 additional shots on the basket that have not been very close. I think she's feeling out of sync right now.
And the more it goes, the more you kind of get into the situation where you get the fans and let you know what kind of shot it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you don't want to take them quite so often. And we're back the other way now. Argo's on the offense, still knotted at 22. Maldonado, bingo, she's got it. She's got another 15-footer. That's her 4th point of the night. And there's a pass the other way, and not quite ready for it is Signer. And it goes out of bounds, and quickly jumping off the bench is going to be Feringer. Rachel will check back in. American Falls, Idaho. What a great name.
I love that one. That is great.
That is a great name. American Falls. Where are you from? I'm from America. 24-22. First half action in this one. Nice crowd here. We knew it would be. As you get to watch a national tournament at home, you like it. Lee backing her way in. Take to the glass. Floats. No good. Good rebound. Ripping it out of there and heading back the other way now. As here comes Eastern Oregon. As Slater brought it down. Inside. Kicking it back out. Take to the glass. And nice shot. Tough shot. Off the glass. Bank is open. I was looking up and Lee was talking to the official.
Yeah, I couldn't figure out what she was complaining about, but
I thought she said, I hit her on the arm. What was she going to call it? She's slapping her arm there. Loose ball and a unforced turnover. And tied at 24. Here comes Eastern Oregon. They can take the lead. If they can get one here. Posting up inside, really battling inside is Holacek. They do get it to her. She floats it in, no good. Tip ball comes back out. And they'll reset here as Slater resets it.
Yeah.
And she traveled.
Yeah.
You and I both saw that one.
Yeah, and at least I'm not very good. You're a much better official than I am, but.
Well, my cataracts aren't as good as they used to be. If I take my patch off, I'm usually pretty good. Oh, those were the good old days. Under 5 minutes, it's a thriller, tied at 24, and again tipped out of bounds.
I really like what Eastern Oregon's doing on defense. Coach Himmelberg has tried to weave and an offset, screen and roll. They just switch everything, which shuts down both of those offenses.
They are going to call timeout. It's going to be the quarter media break, and we'll take it with them right here. We're knotted at 24 with 4:54 to go on the University of Providence Argo Sports Network.
Montana has one of the highest suicide rates in the United States.
Suicide impacts people of all ages, genders, and ethnicities.
On average, 300 Montanans die each year by suicide.
Our best chance of stopping suicide is to stop the stigma.
It's time to talk openly and honestly about mental health issues.
Together, let's take the pledge to be allies against suicide.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
It is the NAIA first and second round playoffs from the McLaughlin Gymnasium right here from the University of Providence, and we appreciate the fact you join us. I'm Jim Sargent. This is Chris Kelly. She has been coaching, broadcasting, printing signs forever at Kelly Signs. So.
And teaching.
And teaching, yeah, you teach her here. That's right. So, missed shot, and Salavea will just take care of inside. Coach Bill said she had to have a big game, and she's on her way.
Yeah.
And I've been meaning to get the stats up there. I'll get them up on that computer for you here.
Oh,
so.
that'd be great. Yeah, I'm writing some scribblish notes here, but I can't read them after I write. So.
Yeah. Well, you don't want to put your head down.
That's
you don't want to miss anything. So, yeah. So there's the steals. They'll take off and go the other way. Here come the Argos up 2. Maldonado says, I've got this one. Shot a little too hard. Back of the irons there. Tipped out of bounds. And it's going to stay here with the Argos.
You can see why Eastern Oregon is so good on the rebounding stats. They really got a nose for the ball, and they can read it well coming off the rim.
4:18 to go. They are good at watching it come off there. It's pretty amazing. And Argos have 17 seconds to go. And traveling call there, yeah. So they'll give it back to Eastern Oregon.
Yeah, a little hop when she caught the ball. She wasn't even really aware that she did it, but it was definitely a hop.
So here comes Eastern Oregon down by a couple. Top of the key, working it around here on that left-hand side. Trying to get it inside, and posting up hard in there is Signer, and they just couldn't get it to her.
That's that mismatch I was telling you about.
Yeah.
Maldonado's giving up 5 inches.
Take to the glass there, and nice little fadeaway. And quite honestly, Holacek just hasn't found her shot yet.
No, she has not.
She just hasn't quite got it. She's got a couple of points, but she just has a couple of close shots and just hasn't gotten them yet. Pemberton to the glass, and she's fouled.
Nice. Yeah, because Holacek usually averages 16 points a game.
So they'll come to the other way. And we go to the free throw line where Colby Pemberton, and I say unsung hero because she just does so many things right, but she doesn't have those outstanding numbers.
Right, the stats, it's not getting in the stats book, but she is a benefit when she's on the court.
Yeah, she's a pest, actually. The way she plays defense, she's always there. She's just a pest. And she can hit the three. She hit that big three against Carroll in that championship game, which just was huge.
And, you know, they get some opportunities coming up here as we've got some stats that we're going to start getting to you.
And here comes Eastern Oregon now back on the offense, trailing 27-24. We got a lot of our student workers helping us out, and thank you, Shelby, for grabbing those for us. There's just so many things I had to hook up, I just missed everything. So Delaney Pink to the glass, and she couldn't get that one to go. Delaney Pink is a 5'9" junior from Pasco, Washington.
Yeah, I was wondering on that one because Pink was really trying to get the ball back. A little bit of frustration with that turnover down there, and almost that always ends up in a foul.
I talked about it as she picks up the foul that she had played here for Coach Bill a couple of years and then just wanted to move a little closer to home. And so she had an opportunity to go play for Coach Angie, and that's where she's at now. And it's good to see her still playing. I like that, so that's good. 3:03 to go in the thriller, 27-24. Argos in front as Salve inside, double team, left hand up and in. Powers it in for 2.
16 points here in the first half. What a half of play.
Freshman player of the year right there in the NAIA in our Frontier Conference. Just outstanding player, no question about it. She'll be an All-American, and she may be it a couple of times. Got a school record in rebounds, unlike about the 4th game she played here in the regular season. Nice take to the glass here. Spin move, got away with the travel.
Yeah.
And it goes up and in as Signer puts that one down. Seemed like she covered a lot of ground there.
Yeah, she did. That pivot foot slipped quite a ways.
And so she did get the basket. And 29-26 now, 2:18 to go. Kiana a little further from the basket than she'd like, but she goes, I'll just move in there then. She'll take the shot there, missed it. And here come Eastern Oregon back the other way. Mountaineers will come up with it inside, and a holding call will be here. I will say, and I like the fact the officials are selected to come and travel. Some of these folks will go over to Carroll and do that one. Some of the Carroll refs will come here. But it's not easy. I'm just going to tell you.
Yeah.
And I'm not advocating for officials or anything like that, but I'm going to tell you it is not easy. They do a lot of studying. They do a lot of traveling. They're away from their families a lot to dedicate it to the game of basketball. Otherwise, we've got recess. You know?
You're right. And basketball has gotten so fast anymore, making that block charge call and these things. They do a great job of working together.
And so we appreciate them being here. So here comes Eastern Oregon back the other way. They do have the basketball. They go inside, spin move, Lee's Garden, double team. Now back out top the key, fake to the glass as Signer goes inside. Step through, up and off the glass, no good, missed it. And nice take there from Signer. And just couldn't quite get it to go. And we'll take a look at those stats in a minute as we see the shooting percentages. I don't think either team is shooting very well.
No, that's what I was, big question mark I'm going to look up.
You can just scroll that up there and you'll see it. So yeah, long three left wing, up and in. Nice shot down there from Elliott. She gets her second. And nailing that one from outside. And 29-29. I'm anxious to see. I've marked so many numbers here on my sheet that I've lost how many times we've been tied, but I'm going to say 8 or 9.
That's a good guess. Yeah, it's been back and forth.
29-29 between these two teams. Eastern Oregon actually seeded 15th, but they're far better than that. Nice give and go. There's Lee getting it to the senior, Maddie Dixon, and up and in off the glass. She puts that one down for 2. Under a minute to go. Long 3 on the way. Bingo! Elliott from downtown. Boom goes the dynamite for Element. And Elliott knocks it down, makes it 32-31. Back and forth we go. Here come the Argos back now. Almost a steal. And Colby will get it back. Lee goes with that right-handed dribble inside. Bump to the glass. A little hard. Couldn't get it to go. 31 seconds to go. Here come the Mountaineers. They want to run with it. They would like to push it here. EOU will set it up. They look over to Coach Angie and say, let's run number 4 play. We'll see what that is. Officials sitting there counting.
I think it's that isolation.
And I was going to say,
yeah,
it's going to be 5-second count.
Exactly.
Which I don't stay up on the rules.
Right, but a little surprising from a senior player to not be aware of that closely guarded,
Because I was going to say, do they still have that? I don't think we have the 10-second line.
No, but they do have closely guarded.
Closely guarded still, yeah, okay. Always get a kick out of that chair. 9 seconds to go. Argos have it, right side. Kiana has to go up against 3 people.
I was going to say, they're tripling down on her. Backside has to move then. If they're going to triple on her, they have to be available for that kick-out pass.
Really got to look opposite, don't you?
Yep.
Yeah, you want to look at top key, backside like you say. Especially if you got 3. There's a couple people open somewhere. 2.1 seconds to go. Argos will bring it on the inbounds. Kiana has it. She's blocked from behind. Nice block from behind to end the quarter. We are halfway through it. It is a thriller, as we've talked about. We'll take a timeout and come back with more in just a moment. At the half, our score, Eastern Oregon 32 and the University of Providence Argos 31 as they head to the locker room.
When you're craving the best burgers, fries, beers, and milkshakes, Street Burgers is where you need to be. And if it's your birthday, well, do they have a treat for you? A free birthday shake. Just sign up for their rewards program and get a free birthday shake during your birthday month. You'll also get 50 points just for signing up. So get over to streetburgers.net to sign up or stop in and see them today. And don't forget, it's always free local delivery of food and beer. And when you get their Montana-sourced, made-with-love burgers, fries, and shakes, you're sure to have a happy belly.
No calories, no sweeteners, all smiles. Bubbly sparkling water.
It's 4th down, seconds on the clock. He hands it off, finds a hole in the middle. Clear, nothing but
Brian, move!
A touchdown for the win. I can't believe it.
Pizza, better with Pepsi.
At the University of Providence, we believe college is more than a collection of buildings, or a lecture, or a test, or even a degree. College is about connecting to something greater than yourself. The University of Providence is a private Roman Catholic liberal arts university founded in 1932 by the Sisters of Providence. And we continue to honor their vision by providing students with an education that goes beyond the classroom, an education grounded in our mission of connecting people with their communities, with one another, with the environment, with opportunities, with their spiritual journey, and, most importantly, connecting people with their potential. The University of Providence.
It is halftime from our first game of the NAIA tournament as we roll through this one. And as we get ready to get things going for the second half, Kristen, you take a look at these stats and you take a look at the shooting percentages, and they're not outstanding by any means.
That's who's winning that part is the University of or Eastern Oregon, because that shooting percentage from the three, right now, Providence only shooting 25%, and then the free throws.
Yeah.
So two areas that they want to do. Now, the points in the paint, that has been a great battle right now inside. It's pretty evenly matched, and you look at everything else, and it's pretty evenly matched. Points from the bench and turnovers and that sort of thing. But that's your big difference, is that percentage shooting from that three-point line, where Oregon, is 4 from 6. They're shooting 67% right now from the three. Now, you live by the three, you die by the three. If they can keep that up in the second half, more power to them. But Providence has to figure out that little thing. Salavea's having a heck of a game. Tremendous production. I think she's got about 14, 16 points right now. But they're going to come up with options in the second half to shut that down. You have to be able to counter it with that outside shot.
Salavea is only one of the two that is in double digits. She has 16. On the other side, it's Elliott who's hit those threes, as you talk about. She has 11 in this first half. I think Coach Bill had talked about they want to get inside and get the thing done inside with the power with Salavea, of course, which they are. But one thing that we have seen throughout the year with University of Providence is they've got shooters from behind the arc. They just aren't hitting those shots right now.
That's it. You got to find your rhythm. And you talked about it early on, is at Jitters National Tournament, you're hosting a little bit of a different atmosphere. You know they will find it and they'll get into that rhythm. But again, the youth of the Argo team, even though, boy, I've just been impressed with Lee coming in off the bench. Great defense matching up with Holacek, but offensively, she's struggled a little bit. They got to depend on other people other than Salavea.
Bree, you talk about for Eastern Oregon, only has a couple of points there. She really worked hard, just couldn't get find the shot to go for her. As we talked about, Elliott does have 11. She's leading the way for the Mountaineers. 8 points for Stagner. And it's funny because when you watch it kind of develop, it's just not quite a flow of the game as of yet, as we talked about. A little nervous, how it's all going. There's just not a real sense. A lot of turnovers you look at on both sides.
Yeah, no team wants 11 turnovers at halftime like Oregon has, but Providence with 9, they're not going to be happy with that either. That's usually your goal for the whole game. So if you've got that at halftime, neither coach is going to be happy. So that's always going to be the most exciting part, at least as for me. I'm an analytics nut. But that adjustments that you're going to see in that third quarter, how are they going to adapt to the positive things and change the negative things to take it out to finish out this game?
It will be interesting down the stretch to just see exactly how far they go. And foul trouble, not really anything. I mean, Maddie Dixon got a couple of fouls there early. A little surprised that she's not more in the scoring column there, because she had really kind of lifted her game through that Frontier Conference. And as we look at it, Maddie Dixon right now only has a couple of points with Kiana, as mentioned, with 16, 6 points for Maldonado. And I don't know. I can't. Let me look real quick if she had a 3 or not. I'm not sure she did. 0 for 1, so she only had one attempt at it.
Well, the only thing that I've really seen positive from Dixon has been her defense, and I'm running on my unofficial stats. I think she has 3 blocks already, which has been big inside.
And, of course, when you get two teams that are so evenly matched like that, it can come down to a block. It can come down to, one of the things I think both teams and the coaches are talking about, very experienced coaches, Coach Bill 14 and Angie with 24 years, they're talking about, guys, the basket's 10 feet tall, it's 15 feet to the thing. It's the same floor. Just relax. Let's bring it down a little bit. Because even with Salavea having 16 points, how many did we see shoot over the top? And she kind of got a little more flair to her game instead of just saying, okay, settle down, just take your shot.
Take your shot. Like you said, she was trying to be a little too tricky. She got herself too deep behind the backboard a few times and had to try and come back with the reverse, which is a tough shot. just make your standard post moves. Now, the other thing we've seen on the other end, the post play, they've tried to isolate it inside. Whether they're trying to get fouls inside, who knows, but they're dribbling too much in the block.
Yeah.
They feed it inside and they're dribble. Providence has stolen that away 5 or 6 times.
Both teams would like to take care of the ball in the second half. We're going to come back and talk more about that in just a little bit. And, of course, we want to say thank you to all those sponsors that allow us to be here. Thank you to the stadium. That is the official place for you to go after the contest. You can stop in and say hi to our good friends there. Make sure you go in and say hello to our friends at Street Burger. They've got some of the greatest milkshakes around. I mean, those things just overflowing. So go say hi to that staff there. Northwest Energy always on board with us. They're helping us see a brighter future as always. We want to thank those folks. Benefits on board with us again, and just so many more, and we appreciate all of them. Pepsi, we appreciate you. We'll come back with more in just a moment as it is halftime. At the half, Eastern Oregon leads the University of Providence by 1, 32-31 halftime.
Check it out.
Introducing the new and improved taste of Pepsi Zero Sugar. Now more delicious. Zero never tasted so good. Try it now.
So many flavors of dew. I am thirsty. I must get the dew.
Cut! He's hypnotized again!
Do the dew.
When you're craving the best burgers, fries, beers, and milkshakes, Street Burgers is where you need to be. And if it's your birthday, well, do they have a treat for you? A free birthday shake. Just sign up for their rewards program and get a free birthday shake during your birthday month. You'll also get 50 points just for signing up. So get over to streetburgers.net to sign up or stop in and see them today. And don't forget, it's always free local delivery of food and beer. And when you get their Montana-sourced, made-with-love burgers, fries, and shakes, you're sure to have a happy belly.
Montana. We're proud to say it's where we live and where we work. We're so much more than pretty scenery. We are all hardworking, resilient, and resourceful. The vibe is different here. Stockman Bank, Montana's brand of banking.
At the University of Providence, we believe college is more than a collection of buildings, or a lecture, or a test, or even a degree. College is about connecting to something greater than yourself. The University of Providence is a private Roman Catholic liberal arts university founded in 1932 by the Sisters of Providence. And we continue to honor their vision by providing students with an education that goes beyond the classroom. An education grounded in our mission of connecting people. Connecting people with their communities, with one another, with the environment, with opportunities, with their spiritual journey, and, most importantly, connecting people with their potential. The University of Providence.
Montana has one of the highest suicide rates in the United States.
Suicide impacts people of all ages, genders, and ethnicities.
On average, 300 Montanans die each year by suicide.
Our best chance of stopping suicide is to stop the stigma.
It's time to talk openly and honestly about mental health issues.
Together, let's take the pledge to be allies against suicide.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
And that sign is to get a satisfying breakfast sandwich for just $2 when you order ahead on the app. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Scrap metal for cash? Come visit us at Central Montana's leader in recycling, steel, etc. in Great Falls. Our center processes steel, stainless steel, aluminum, copper, brass, and lead. And we pay cash for scrap based on weight. We also accept batteries, electric motors, paper, cardboard, and more. And our roll-off containers are available for any scrap projects you have. We even buy and recycle junk cars. Trade your scrap for cash. Visit us at steeletc.com or call us at 761-4848.
Here they come. All right, give it to me.
Okay, I want a quarter pounder with cheese and no onions.
6-piece McNuggets.
And extra pickles. And can I get medium fries? Oh, an Oreo McFlurry.
Make that too.
Okay, 2 McFlurries.
When everyone wants something special, order ahead in the app to save time.
At the University of Providence, we believe college is more than a collection of buildings, or a lecture, or a test, or even a degree. College is about connecting to something greater than yourself. The University of Providence is a private Roman Catholic liberal arts university founded in 1932 by the Sisters of Providence. And we continue to honor their vision by providing students with an education that goes beyond the classroom, an education grounded in our mission of connecting people with their communities, with one another, with the environment, with opportunities, with their spiritual journey, and, most importantly, connecting people with their potential. The University of Providence.
That is where we are located here on a Friday night. I'm Jim Sargent. This is Chris Kelly, who joins us for the broadcast here with this one. Two excellent teams, University of Providence and, of course, Eastern Oregon here with you. EOU, Eastern Oregon University. There we go.
I stammered a few times on that one as well.
Yeah. So interesting. Again, we talked about it. You got two players that are kind of outstanding in the stats, but everybody else is going to have to play catch up here in the second half.
Well, that's it, because you know there's going to be defensive adjustments. I said I love this. I like to see what coaches are going to do. But Elliott coming out for Oregon with 11 points. And Salavea 16 points. Both of those players have individually kind of carried their teams with half their points. Individual scoring other than that, total points, I'm missing it on here. There it is, that's tricky at the end. Elliott with 11. Brennan only has 3. Holisek with only 2, which I would have never put money on that one. Slater with 6 points. Pink coming in off the bench, contributing 2, and Sager ending up with 8 points. For the University of Providence, Maldonado only has 6, Pemberton with 1, the single free throw, Dixon with 2, but a great job on steals on defense. Salavea 16, Cartwright with 6 to round them up at 31.
Official says, let's get it going for the second half. It will be Eastern Oregon to get it started. They lead it by 1 at halftime, and the right to go on to the next round and play the winner against Arizona Christian. And, of course, Reinhardt is here as the ball is tipped out of bounds. Pemberton got a hand on it. Talked about it in the first half. She's just pesky. She's just always there. And she hit it out of bounds, so it'll be Eastern Oregon to get it back here. It was fun talking to Angie and showing her our campus as she has taken over. She's been about 9 or 10 years as the AD, 24 years as a coach. And she goes, what do you guys do here and what do you do there? You know, and it's always kind of nice when they do that. So up and under, shot goes around, no good. And Salavale will get the rebound. Argos get the ball for the first time in the second half as they'll bring it to the front court. Down by 1, lobbed inside, and a holding foul will be called here.
That's been a fun battle inside. I really enjoy watching Slater play post defense. She's got a nice long arm reach, kind of 3/4 fronts, but that's time a little bit too much contact.
They do call her first foul. Again, only the first foul in the third quarter. I love the fact that they erased that off there. Maldonado loses it. And here come Eastern Oregon back the other way. Lost. Maldonado will get it right back, but Pemberton's the one that broke it up. She's got the ball in the right wing, hesitates, stops there, goes back out. Carter's got it, takes a couple of dribbles, then goes back out top of the key. As the Argos try to set up their man-to-man defense, Salavea had 16 in the first half. They lob it to her, and she's got it. Power glass up and in.
Yeah.
Easy 1, 2, 3 passes, and I love the angle.
Yeah, that was great. I actually thought that Oregon might come out into a zone in the second half to try collapse on her a little more.
And they did not, and so Argos get the lead back here. Salavea's got 18 in the contest. Up and under, and that is going to be off the mark. Rebound is going to be foul called, and that might go against Dixon.
Here, I was thinking Maldonado. Let's see.
Well, number 2 is who they called on, so that's going to be on Mo. And she picks up her first team foul, and we're ready to bring it on the inbounds. The Mountaineers have it there. Mounties look to bring it out top the key with 19 seconds to go on the shot clock. Lead changes a bunch. Ties about 9. On the give and go, bounce pass inside. Back out around the perimeter. 8 to go on the shot clock. 1 dribble. Now they'll get it around, and taking it in is Robinette, and she loses it. And here come the Argos back the other way now. Neither team really had a chance to make a run here. Nice. Mo to the glass, open in. Monique Carter runs baseline to baseline and puts it down for 2. It's a 3-point lead. Argos up 35-32. Here come Eastern Oregon back the other way. And they need to get something started here. Robinette has it there. Haley looking to get rid of it. Finally does. Gets it over into the hands of Elliott, who is the leading scorer with 11. She'll stop to pop. Misses that one. Rebound. One and done. Here come the Argos back the other way now. Maldonado. Left wing. Pemberton. No, couldn't get it to go. Just off a little bit. And quickly here comes the run the other way. Nice patience. Didn't get the shot to go. It's inside. They lose it. Round and round. Give it to the Argos.
See what I meant about dribbling inside?
Yeah.
She had triple coverage on defense. You can't put the ball down.
So the officials are going to come together. Now this is going to be back. They are going to say Eastern Oregon will get it here. And I kind of thought that.
Yeah. There was 3 Argos there and 1 person from Oregon. So.
Yeah. Now, I don't know about the replay calls. That's something you can look at on a replay, or does it have to be under the 4-minute mark?
And I'm not saying nothing because I don't know.
Can you look at replay on that?
As the officials are still discussing it, they're heading over to the officials table to make sure everybody's on the same mark there. Coach Himmelberg up off the bench, walked, making sure he knows what's going on as well.
We got a number of officials over here. Danny Miller, who officiated a number of years, and he says not until 2 minutes in the fourth quarter.
2 minutes? Oh,
yeah,
in the fourth quarter.
In the fourth quarter.
Interesting.
And he says that they want to check the shot clock right now and make sure it's on the right mark. So because they reset it, and so they put it back at 20. So it's Eastern Oregon's ball. 20 seconds go on the shot clock. They bring it on the inbound. As they power to the glass, and hard shot is up and in, and that is going to be Holacek put it in. She was just bound determined, wasn't she? She was going.
Yeah, but she needs to do that. She's got to get into a rhythm.
Down inside to Kiana. Head and shoulder fake. Foul's going to be called opposite side on the officiate. And contact there. I like they let them play. I really do.
Yeah, but it's nice. Slater is just playing beast defense in there on the post. Only her 2nd foul of the game.
Slater picks up her second team foul of the quarter. And Kiana will go to the free throw line. Shot is up and good. Got that one. Northwest Energy, thank you very much. Stadium Sports Bar and Casino, Benefice, Orthopedic Center Montana, Street Burger, and McDonald's all on board with us for this broadcast. We appreciate those guys as Tiana Lee is going to check back in here at the 7:07 mark. And Pemberton will go to the sidelines, get a little instruction from head coach Bill Himmelberg over there.
Those 2 free throws giving Salavea 20 points.
20 points in, 2.5 quarters about.
Yeah.
3 top the key, in and out, no good.
Come on.
And loose ball, they scrum for it. Picked up by Eastern Oregon as Elliott takes it to the glass, misses that. Kiana says, that's mine. She's got it, gets rid of it. Here comes Maldonado on the run. She's always got her head up, you notice that? Salavea, boom, from outside.
I love it. That's a spark right there. That's fantastic.
3 is good from Salavea, and the Argos lead at 40-34. She's having a game.
You love it when the post player can step outside and shoot the long one.
She is having a game, and she hits that one. Here comes Eastern Oregon back the other way. Holacek will go right wing. 3 up, no miss that one. Dixon has it, goes out of bounds. They say Maddie had a hand on it.
Boy, can you say momentum shift right now.
That was huge.
Wow, you could feel it in the field house here.
That was a huge shot from Salavea of the University of Providence, the freshman, who averages 12 points a contest, well over that now at 22, I believe.
23, yeah.
23 points with that 3. Here comes Brennan back for Eastern Oregon, trying to get something going, down 7 here. 6, excuse me. Top of the keys. Drive inside. Here is the take, and that's off the mark as Holacek couldn't get it to go. You can tell she's one of their top players.
Yes, you can, but she's rushing her shot right now. She's not getting her eyes up there, and that's why they're all just a little off the mark.
They are very close, as you say. They're just hitting the back of the irons. Maldonado trying to get it opening. And Salavea just got a little too aggressive in there.
Yeah.
And that's probably one you don't want to be called. But it's only her first, so that's not bad with 5 minutes to go here, 5:38 to go in the third.
I'm really surprised about the low number of fouls with as great of battles as we've seen inside the paint. Neither of the post players from either team are in any foul trouble whatsoever.
So Salavea picks up her first and will head to the sidelines. And it's going to be Cam Cartwright coming in. She played a little bit in that first half, so she's well aware of what's going on. Here's a shot, rebounded. I like as you look, Coach, you take a look, and University of Providence doing a little better job boxing out, keeping them a little further from the basket.
And jumping that screen and roll that shut down that play, really.
Maldonado, head and shoulder fake, takes the shot, and foul will be called against Holacek.
That was, she was leaning in. She's arguing it, but she was definitely leaning in.
Her first, so again, nobody really in foul trouble. And her first, we go to the free throw line. Ashley Maldonado, 83% shooter from there, will take the shot, and nothing but the bottom of the net on that one. Thank you to Joel Corda. Boy, can he sing.
Oh, I love it. He gives me goosebumps every time.
Sings
what
over
an
there
anthem.
at the Sip
Wow.
and Dip on Fridays and Saturdays, but I tell you, he can just sing. Lee with the rebound, and look at that smart play. Bring it back out, get it set up with 16 to go on the shot clock. As Carter trying to do what she does, split the defense, up and in for two.
What contributions from the freshmen. This has been fantastic.
Timeout is called. Coach Angie needs a break, and she wants one right now, so we'll take a break with her. Timeout on the floor. The Argos that open it up 43-34 on the University of Providence Argos Sports Network.
Thanks to the Stadium Sports Bar and Casino, we were able to bring Todd Hutchings to Montana. Come check out their arcade games for the kids and their new casino. With delicious food, it is the best sports bar in Montana. They are located in Great Falls at 1121 5th Street South. Come check them out.
Outdoor adventures. Mermaids. Music in the streets. Time to unwind. We've got that and more in Great Falls, Montana's best damn town.
The fans are in the stands, and they are having fun on a Friday night as we roll to the 6 o'clock hour. Sarge and Chris Kelly with you as we bring you the play-by-play here for this Friday night. I love it. National tournament action. I had a chance to go to Kansas City. The men and women both were there, and so I had a chance to go about 10 miles apart to this gym and broadcast the men when they were playing with the University of Providence at the time, and then the women were playing, and I was over at the radio station, so we were traveling back and forth. Tom Wiley was there, and, there is a, what is it, Freddy's, I think, a barbecue place that we went to. It was so good.
You're killing me at 6 o'clock here. Man.
We've got a good one going here. Argos opened it up 43-34. Excuse me. And Eastern Oregon coming back the other way, and that was a tough shot there. Four shot from Ferringer.
Yeah, they're forcing it.
You don't want to do that as the Argos come back the other way and played with a lot of confidence here in this third quarter. Maldonado with the take, looking double-teamed on that baseline, looking for somebody. Finally, Dixon has it. Head and shoulder fake, kicks it back out. Can Carter hit the three? Cartwright cannot. That shot is off the mark. And a foul in the backcourt. Those are the ones you don't want. You don't want those type of fouls.
No, not in the open court like that.
Yeah. You don't know, the University of Providence had a chance to represent in the FISU American Games. They went to Merida, Mexico, and they ended up being silver medalists there. And I'm not one to point a finger of any kind. We were in Mexico playing at Mexico, and they had Mexican officials, the Mexico officials. And it wasn't that bad. It's just, it was a lot more physical than I was used to.
Yeah.
I'll just say that. So, but congratulations to them. And then look at that three out there. Brennan nails the three from outside. She can shoot. She knocks that one down.
No, that's it exactly. As I mentioned, she's a 38 from three-point shooter. So
her
She's
6th point.
confident out there.
She is confident. She knocks that one down. 43-37. Third quarter action. Maldonado had an opening to Dixon, couldn't quite get it to her. And then they come back out over to Lee with 10 to go on the shot clock. Cartwright has it, kicks it to Dixon. Dixon's 15-footer, no good. Missed that one. And Cam's got it. We'll bring it back out. Kennedy, you're happy about that. His little sister is keeping it alive here. Here comes Maldonado back the other way. Stops and pops, shoots, not getting it. And Lee, you're going to get a foul.
She did. She did. Yeah. That last offensive board by the Argos, though, the Mounties had really bailed, tried to get the fast break bucket, and then they gave up the offensive rebound.
So they do call the foul, and you're right. They gave up that offensive rebound, and so now they go down the other way. And as they do, it will be the Mounties with the basketball, down 43-37. And coming to the offense, top the key. Now they try to get it inside. They take there and just cannot get her shot to go. Holacek, we said it a couple of times, but they're there. She just can't get them to fall for her. Kiana coming back the other way. A little ball handling here, and then she has it stripped out of her hands. They'll steal it. Signers has that one. Signer goes right wing on that far side to Ferringer. She's going to draw a foul.
Yep, got around the defender. But you look at these, Holacek averages 16 points a game, and right now she only has 4. Brennan averages almost 15 points a game, and right now she only has 6.
Yeah, and you think you kind of start getting used to the gym by now. You've played a little bit, you're in the flow. Your season's on the line, really.
Usually once you work up that first good sweat, then it all settles down. You're just playing.
Yeah, you've got all the hype. You've got the introductions. You got the spotlights flashing at you, all that stuff. And pretty soon you just got to settle in and play. And free throw is no good. And so Ferringer will get another one. Ferringer at the free throw line. 43-37, make it 38 as she hits that one. Just under 3 minutes to go. I love all the kids over there bringing the signs, supporting their favorite player. A little gal over here screaming, hooting, and hollering, cheering on somebody. 43-38. Argos in the lead, 2:40 to go. And Salavea has drawn a crowd, gets it over, and nice block. Boy, what a defensive play coming from the backside is Signer.
But that's exactly what we were talking about. Cartwright saw the double down on Salavea, stepped in on the offside block. Beautiful pass by Salavea. If it wasn't for that spectacular defensive adjustment, they would have had an easy bucket.
It was, and there's an up and in from Salavea. So she's got 25 on the night. And 45-38. 7-point lead. As we come back the other way. Eastern Oregon trying to get it inside, backing down and hooping the harm as Cartwright's going to be called for the foul. And that's just a nice offensive move from Signer in there.
It's tough to teach patience at the post move, and that's what it gets you. Usually that defender will make a panic mistake. You wait enough time, you make some good moves, you can get the easy bucket.
I agree. We go to the free throw line, and we'll shoot one here. It's all right.
There's too much stuff
I know it. Here come the Argos back the other way.
Wow, 27 and keep them coming. The only reason that Coach Bill's taking her off the court is she's called for a breather a few times, but talk about getting your sweat. Once you get a game going like this, you don't want to leave the court.
You never want to leave. You want to just keep going, and you just have those nights. And Salavea is having a night. Leading her team by 8, 48-40. Argos in front. We hit the 2-minute mark of our third quarter. Sarge and Chris with you, bringing you the action. And a steal. Good hustle there from Eastern Oregon as Signer keeps it going. And then Salavea to the enthusiasm of the University of Providence blue crowd over there. And here comes the Argos as Ashley has it there. Hesitation dribble. Cam, the girls, look at the bench. They wanted the 3-shot right there. As Maldonado coming down the other way with 4 to go. And Ramirez falls to the ground.
Yeah.
She just lost control of it.
That was it. Jump stop, pivot move, and it was slid.
Yeah, it was just tough because she knew the clock was running down. And with that, they do have a turnover. 1:21 to go here in this one. And here we go the other way now. Eastern Oregon down by 8 in this third quarter. They led it by 1 at the halftime break. And here they come on the offense. Pink is checked back in. Delaney with the drive. She averages a couple of points a game. She's got 4 already in this one. And, of course, she would like to do well against a former team, as that shot inside from Signer is missed. And Coach Bill yelling out to his All-American point guard out here, Ashley Maldonado. You know, Chris, one of the things as they get inside to Kiana, you can't stop that.
What a pin. What a fantastic pin. You can't coach that.
You can't stop that.
Yeah,
I mean, you get that deep like that.
Yeah.
And she just pinned her in there, as you said. But I was going to say, one of the things that Angie had talked about in the things, the keys to victory, is to hold Maldonado in check. They have done that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, only 7 points, 2 fouls.
Yeah. Holacek with a nice move down at the other end. She puts that up and in. So Eastern Oregon has to be happy about that. Shot clock is the only thing on right now, with the game clock, shot clock down to 9 seconds. Maldonado with the right hand. She gets double teamed. Left wing, Pemberton, 4 seconds to go. 3 on the way. Ramirez bounces around top. It's going to hit the backboard, and no good. Time will run out. Bounced around, and the Argos will win the third quarter. They're up 8 after 3. We break fourth quarter. A thriller coming your way. 50-48, Argos in front from the University of Providence Argos Sports Network.
Outdoor adventures. Mermaids. Music in the streets. Time to unwind. We've got that and more in Great Falls, Montana's best damn town.
Here they come. All right, give it to me.
Okay, I want a quarter pounder with cheese and no onions.
6-piece McNuggets.
And extra pickles. And can I get medium fries? Ooh, an Oreo McFlurry.
Make that too.
Okay, 2 McFlurries.
When everyone wants something special, order ahead in the app to save time.
Thanks to the Stadium Sports Bar and Casino, we were able to bring Todd Hutchings to Montana. Come check out their arcade games for the kids and their new casino. With delicious food, it is the best sports bar in Montana. They are located in Great Falls at 1121 5th Street South. Come check them out.
It is, without a doubt, some of the most fun you can have with the 43rd annual NAIA Women's Basketball National Championships, looking to head on over to Sioux City, Iowa, March 21st and 26th. That's when they'll head there, the winner of this tournament. And play-in games is a better way of saying it. Ashley Maldonado top the key, couldn't get that shot to go. Kiana heads after it, tries to get it. Pemberton comes up with it, and did it go out of bounds? I think so.
It went out of bounds. A good heads-up move by Pemberton to not touch it again, just to escort it out of bounds.
So it's right in front of us here, so we'll say hi to Colby. Ashley's got a big smile on her face as she gets the ball inbounds as we get fourth quarter action underway. Ramirez in the contest and goes to Kiana with 27 points. Is that where we're at?
Yep.
And inside drive and player control foul will be called here. Either or, coin toss.
That's all right, yeah.
That's a coin toss, either or.
You like the reaction. Salavea just smiles, goes the other end. She's got a job to do. You don't get distracted with anything else.
We've been around the game a while, you and I. haven't seen many officials change calls.
Nope.
So I might as well just go the other end. So here comes Eastern Oregon with the basketball. They are down 50-42, 8-point difference. Top the key three. No, couldn't get that one to go as Holacek couldn't quite find the hoop on that one. And Maldonado coming back the other way. Around and top the key. Takes control of the basketball here. Argo's going to be a little patient, but they still have to continue to look to score. As Ramirez has it, goes inside inside to
There we
Kiana.
go. What a battle. This has been so fun to watch.
Her and Signer are going nice.
Yeah, this time Signer got caught for the push, but they're both just fighting for position in there.
Her second is all. And with that said, they'll bring it on the inbounds, first of the fourth quarter. And Dixon with a 10-foot off the glass. Bank's open. Stockman Bank is open on a Friday night. She puts it in, and that's 10. Quick shot the other way, maybe a little ill-advised, but Eastern Oregon gets it back. And they do get it into the hands of Brennan. Her three is off the irons, no good. Long bounce comes out and goes around. I don't know if Eastern Oregon has to start forcing threes yet.
No, and that's what I was just going to say. You know, they're just trying to make something happen, and you like that, but they need a higher percentage shot right now. But the Argos, two problems with the offensive board. You can't give them this many points, opportunities to shoot.
And so many times you see that shooting that through, that long rebounds comes back, and you actually, as an offensive player, have the advantage of seeing that. As really working inside is Stigner. They'll lob it to her, and here's an up and under, and she's got it for two. She goes up against Colby, and Pemberton just didn't have the height value. Kiana, I don't think, wanted to pick up a foul there.
That was it. It was backside help, was a little slow on coming in. They know they want to do that lob.
They'll go the other way, down now to Maddie Dixon with an easy bucket for two.
And Salavea, if you can't pick up 2 points, why not get an assist? That's about as good as anything, so great pass.
10-point lead for the Argos as we get under 8 minutes to go, and a steal on the far side. They got the call.
Yeah, the students are questioning that.
As the official makes the call over there, saw some contact, and they will say that Bailey Brennan was in the act of shooting. And with that said, she'll get 2 free throws here at the 7:51 mark. Down by 10, shot is good. She's got that one.
Yeah, that ends a little bit of a scoring drought here for the Mounties, and they needed it.
Here they come with the second free throw here. Shot is up and in and out, no good. Dixon with the rebound. And one of the things as we roll through this, Chris, is when you get a rebound, you better take care of the ball, too, because they're going to come slapping at that
They
thing.
are. They're really good at that. We've seen it with the behind-the-back picks as well.
Kiana up, and no, couldn't get it to go.
Again, that time got too deep. She was too far under.
Exactly what I was going to say. She got underneath the basket. It is so important to know where you're at in the post, and we talk a lot about old school, of getting those angles to get that pass in there. You can't pass it from the top to the post, but you got to come to the right side, get that angle. And quickness is big, too. Get it in there.
Well, we saw that in the first quarter. The Mounties were doing a great job of passing the ball around. They've really stopped that in the second half.
Salavale will hit that one, back to a 10-point lead now as we swap back and forth. And here comes Eastern Oregon. The Mounties on the right-hand side. Signer has it there. Out left side. Slater takes a couple of dribbles. And man-to-man defense for the most part, both sides of the ball. And the Argos are in that now. As way out front, Mounties hold the ball there. Left wing, 7 to go on the shot clock. Left wing, 3 on the way. No, couldn't get it to go. And Ramirez takes care of it. And Coach Bill says, just slow it down a little bit here. We've got some time. Ramirez says, nope, I'm shooting the 3. Shot a little short. Still had about 15 seconds to go on that shot clock. But if you feel it, you feel it. And you got to go for it. That's how you build your confidence. And Eastern Oregon back the other way at 6:46. Still a lot of time. Shooting a 3. And again, I just don't know that they have to go to that shot yet.
Especially so early in their offensive set. Now, the Argos, you want to use the clock, but you don't want to play not to lose. You still got to play your game.
Ramirez to the glass. Nice bull move. Great bull move in and out. Timeout is going to be called Eastern Oregon. What a take to the glass there, and the Argos hit that one, knocking it down to a 57-45 lead. We break with timeout on the field, and with 6:27 to go in the contest.
Montana. We are lucky to call it home. Discovery and adventures are around every corner of our state. The vibe is different here. When looking for a local, homegrown Montana bank, look no further. Stockman Bank. Montana's brand of banking.
Once again, we want to say thank you to our great sponsors that allow us to be here all over throughout the season. We appreciate everybody, and our special sponsors for this playoff game is Benefits Orthopedic Center of Montana, McDonald's in Great Falls with 3 locations to better serve you. Have the McRib when you get a chance. I'm just telling you, I love them. Northwest Energy, thank you so much. After the games today, we're all going to head to the stadium, Sports Bar and Casino, and then, of course, you can also, during lunch, dinner, whatever, enjoy one of those great street burgers. They are so good. John does a great job there.
Yeah, they really do.
They are fantastic. Here we go. It is the NAIA Basketball Championship in first 2 rounds right here from Great Falls as we bring it to you. And the University of Providence hosting, and we're proud to do it. As the ball will come in, Eastern Oregon has it. They'll go inside the paint. Tough defense. Is it a jump ball? Yes, I thought so. Official will say the jump ball. Shouldn't it favor the Argos? Didn't they just have it? I think it's the Argos ball, isn't it?
But then the quarter change.
Okay. Well, let's give it to Eastern Oregon then. Who am I to know? So here they come on the inbounds. They'll bring it out top of the key. And that is where Slater gets rid of it. Now they come with a left-handed dribble. And Pemberton. And, see, you want to talk about a kid that knows basketball.
Yeah, no.
She didn't take out, didn't try to force anything. She goes, just slow down. Clock's in our favor. Ashley coming back the other way.
That was a good decision there, too.
Yes, it was. She drove in, thought about the layup, said, no, let's reset. We still got 15, 17 seconds on there. Maddie Dixon deep inside, take and push from behind. There's the call.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, my eyesight's not as bad as I thought it was.
No, that's it. There's a reason she got down too deep on that one. It's because she was shoved from the backside.
And I kind of watched that long ponytail just go a little further down her back. Just, whoa, gee, minute.
Yeah.
Sure, mom and dad are over there somewhere. They were saying, hey, Maddie would like to go to the free throw line. So she will do just that. Here is the shot, and that is good. She makes that one. 58-45. Argos in front, 5:41 to go. Lots of folks talking about, sending us a lot of messages saying you're pretty good. So here comes Eastern Oregon the other way.
They got to run and play.
So here it comes down the other way. And they took it down.
You know, they're setting up the play. They've got an intro play that they're trying to run. Right now, the defense of the Argos has been tremendous. They're helping from the backside. They're shutting it down. And then the Mounties are having trouble shifting from that intro play into a real offensive set. And they're not getting good shot opportunities, which results in a lot of their long three-point shots as the first free throw's off the mark.
Missed that one. They'll get another one here. Robinette will take the shot and got that one to go. So 59-46. And the Argos in front.
And they're going to work it around hard. And again, I've seen nothing but man-to-man defense through this entire game, which surprises me. I thought I'd see some more defensive toss-ups.
As Colby's shot couldn't get that one to go. And now they'll come back as Eastern Oregon has it on the drive. Pink stepped through, trying to put it up, stripped out of there by Pemberton. Again, the pest.
Yep.
She's just everywhere. Just really like the way she plays. Dish. Oh, ho, ho, ho. How about that pass right there? All-American style right there. Should be the player of the year. And she puts that pass right in the hands of Dixon, who puts it down for 2, and then come back the other with a three-pointer.
That was a big bucket. That was their first score since that free throw.
Nice shot there. Eastern Oregon holding on. Still some time. 61-48. As here comes Carter. Monique Carter behind the back dribble. Dishes that down to Dixon, to Pemberton. And as you say, man-to-man defense, you almost have to now. You're at the point of the game you have to play. Carter with the three. Nobody on the backside to rebound, and so they'll head off the other direction. And Eastern Oregon Mounties are trying to mount a comeback here as it's kicked out of bounds.
And did they call the kick? I was looking for that as well. I thought we'd see a reset.
Salavea comes back in. Is it reset back to 30 or 20?
30, I thought.
Okay.
Don't hold me to that one. I do a lot of thinking, and none of it's very good.
Yeah.
So
I just don't know the rules at this level. I think I would eventually. Pink's knocked to the ground, and that is the 5th foul called against the Argos. So will we go to the free throw line? I think so. One official from the side says, yes, let's go there.
And that's number 4 against Monique. I like the way she plays. She will do that every time she's on the court. She will get her position, but now she's gotten into some foul trouble. I imagine she'll make a trip to the bench.
Coach Bill's got some players for that position.
Yeah.
When you take a look over there, you see Cartwright, who could come in, obviously. Ramirez, obviously a good player.
In that position, yeah.
And you can go further down the line there, too. I mean, I think Casey could play. She's just kind of feeling it out from Great Falls, you know.
Exactly.
She's so tough, but yeah. So free throws are good. It's an 11-point lead here, just under 4 minutes to go. And you always feel comfortable at the 3-minute mark with double digits.
Right.
Now we'll see.
It's one of those you start getting mathematic.
Angle pass.
That's what we were saying with that triple down on Salavea. The backside has to cut in, and she has to look for that dump pass.
And she did, but they drew a foul prior to that. That's only the 4th against Eastern Oregon. And so Kobe Pemberton, the junior, will bring it on the inbounds. Out top to Maldonado with 20 to go on the shot clock. Again, patient with the basketball. There's that angle pass. Look at that.
Yep.
Double team, Power missed it, got the rebound almost back out. Will they pull it back out and wait here?
Great hustle.
Yeah. Salavea saves it. Cross angle to Lee. Lee trifecta land. No, hit the side of the irons and tipped out of bounds. Kobe got a hand on it.
But that's what I was saying about Salavea. Has gotten so much better in her positioning inside, taking up space, giving a good target for that pass on the angle from the wing, as you had mentioned.
So here comes Eastern Oregon back the other way. And it is going to be Pink firing from top of the key, and she got it from outside.
There we go.
He nailed that one from outside and makes it 61-52 as we hit the 3-minute mark of the 4th quarter. Maldonado directing her team, trying to get something set up here. Impatient with the basketball, left wing, takes it to the glass there. Reverse layup, and she got it.
Nice.
She got it. You're not going to keep an All-American down for long. Coach Angie over there is waving, let's go, let's go, let's go. We only have 2 minutes. 63-52. Working around that far side. Dribbling there is Farringer. Takes it to the glass. Jump ball, jump ball.
That was nice. That was nice. We asked about 3-point shooting percentage. Right now, on the stat sheet, they only have the Argos shooting 15% from the 3. So if Salavea wouldn't have been lighting it up inside, this could have been a tough game.
Very tough indeed as they take a timeout. We'll take it with them. Timeout on the floor with the Argos up 63-52. 2:31 to go in the 4th.
Scrap metal for cash? Come visit us at Central Montana's leader in recycling, steel, etc. in Great Falls. Our center processes steel, stainless steel, aluminum, copper, brass, and lead. And we pay cash for scrap based on weight. We also accept batteries, electric motors, paper, cardboard, and more. And our roll-off containers are available for any scrap projects you have. We even buy and recycle junk cars. Trade your scrap for cash. Visit us at steeletc.com or call us at 761-4848.
Check it out.
Introducing the new and improved taste of Pepsi Zero Sugar. Now more delicious. Zero never tasted so good. Try it now.
So many flavors of dew. I am thirsty. I must get a dew.
Cut! He's hypnotized again!
Do the dew.
Full court pressure.
Full court pressure being applied, as you say, and Maldonado will handle that. Appreciate the fact you're here with us. The first and second round from the NAIA basketball play-in games of sorts is the first and second round. And Argos have it here. Pemberton has it. She was open for a moment, decided not to take it. With 9 to go on the shot clock, Ashley's got it here. Maldonado backs it up, looks inside, gives it down into Kiana. Kiana step, shoots, puts it off the glass, missed it. Rebound fought for her. Back to Kiana. Easy basket for 2.
I love it. What great teamwork underneath, fighting and battling, getting an easy bucket.
Knocking it down. Nice lob pass back the other way. Foul is going to be called. The battle of 14s going at it there, and this foul is going to get against Pemberton as she'll pick up her first.
Well, I hate to say a good foul, but that was a good foul.
Probably was.
That really was, yeah.
Yeah, probably was, as she gets her first foul with 1:47 to go. And instead of giving up the 2 points, Kelsey Signer will go to the free throw line, a chance to shoot 2 here.
You know, Pemberton's only her first foul. Carter was the only other one down there, and that would have picked up her 5th.
Free throw here to score without the clock running is good. Thank you for that. McDonald's in Great Falls. Northwest Energy, Street Burger, Stadium Sports Bar, Casino, and Benefits Orthopedic Center of Montana. They are on board with it, our special sponsors. Full court press being applied. Lost, stolen by Pink. Back to Pink. Head and shoulder fake. Floater is over the top, no good. Ozone ball. And Argos get it with 1:36 to go. And here come the Argos, going to be very patient with the basketball now, as they have it out here between the center circles. The mascot on the floor you see is Jason. That is the mascot from the University of Providence, the Argonauts. Maldonado, step back 3. Can she hit it? No.
Oh.
It would have been a long 2, but she missed it. And that's one thing Coach Bill is going to talk about, is Eastern Oregon coming the other way, and a foul will be called here.
Uh-oh.
That might be Mo's 5th.
That might be.
And they say number 2, that is on you.
Okay.
So Monique Carter does get her 5th foul.
Nice appreciation from the crowd for her efforts today.
Getting a nice crowd on hand here.
This is really great atmosphere.
The reserve seats are pretty much full as you look across there and see the big NAIA first and second round banner hanging at the top of the gym here. Monique will fall out with 1:07 to go. Argos up by 11.
Coach Weisenflug getting in some substitutions. Austin Harris checking into the game for her first minutes.
Well, here comes a shot with 1:07 to go. Missed that one. And Mills will get another chance, the freshman from Idaho. It was fun talking to Angie about the Frontier Conference and just the battles that they go through. And she kind of was talking about they played Rocky and they played Tech. She goes, oh, yeah, by the way, we played another team called Carroll. Yeah, they're pretty good, too.
Other ones down the road, yeah.
I go, yeah, they're pretty good, but we beat them twice. So. My own opinion, Coach Bill's Coach of the Year, I'm just saying. So here come the Argos. They feel pretty comfortable right now, up 10 with under a minute to go. And Maldonado is being pressured out there by Delaney Pink. And kick ball underneath. Reset to 20.
20, there we go. There's the answer.
That's what I was thinking, because then they wouldn't bring it down to 20 because it was at 23. That's why I thought that. But who am I to know anything? I love the Spirits, by the way. Inbounds to Salavea, who is the player of the game, no doubt about it. Kiana Salavea is down to 35 seconds to go. Maldonado, reverse pivot. Jukes and jives. Salavea is going to go and had one hand free and Delaney on the other arm.
Yeah, exactly. In fact, she's checking out her hand right now.
Yeah. Hey, I want to say thank you to all the text messages. We're getting a bunch here, and I apologize not answering them, but we just got so much going on with commercials and production and everything. But, Chris, a lot of folks are touching in, reaching in, I should say, and just saying, hey, they appreciate both of us broadcasting together. And thank you for doing it with me, by the way.
Happy to. I love this. I would have been here anyhow, sitting in my little seats over there, so I love it.
Yeah, you get paid to do it here.
I keep changing Salavea's numbers because she keeps scoring.
She has a heck of a game going. 25 seconds to go. A little fadeaway jumper from Ferringer is good. Back to a 10-point lead. And Eastern Oregon is going to concede here as they have backed up. Loud roar and a standing ovation for the home team, the host team. University of Providence is going to go on and play Saturday night at 5 o'clock. That is good to see right there. Great sportsmanship. They come out, get a little hug from everybody, a little high five. What an outstanding game.
That was great. You know, it ended up being a 10-point difference, but this game was a lot closer than that. How many scoring balances did we have in that first half going back and forth? In fact, you look at the quarter scores, Eastern Oregon was leading on almost every quarter score until late in the game.
So that will wrap it up for this broadcast. Second broadcast coming up in about 25 minutes. Join us again right back here again as the University of Providence will play somebody at 5 o'clock tomorrow, and they'll play at 5 o'clock, and we'll have coverage for you. Next coming up, Arizona Christian taking on Reinhardt.